What's going on, fellow Marvel fans? This is Solid Dave Snake, bringing you guys a review on the newly released Agent Colson action figure out of the Toys R Us exclusive Marvel Legends Avengers 3-pack. And I thought, what better time to do reviews on this 3-pack than the 3 days leading up to the new Avengers Age of Ultron movie, since we will probably be seeing all three of these characters in the new movie. And this Agent Colson is the standout action figure of this 3-pack. He uses a completely new body mold, whereas the Nick Fury and Maria Hill use slightly old body molds. Maria Hill uses parts of the old Black Widow from last year's Captain America series, and Nick Fury uses parts of his old body mold and Punisher's old body mold. So we'll do those two reviews over the next 2 days, but I thought we'd kick it off with this Agent Colson since he is the standout figure in this 3-pack. And they did an amazing job with him. They're going to be using this new suit body mold for a lot of Marvel Legends coming up in the future. I know one that they already have announced in the next Spider-Man wave, the Chameleon action figure, is going to use this body mold. So it's really nice, but before we get into the actual figure itself, let's take a look at his accessories that he comes with. And he comes with this huge blaster. If you remember the first Avengers movie, whenever he was threatening Loki and then blasted him with this big gun. He didn't even know what it was. And they did a good job on it. It looks just like the one from the movie. He holds it very nice. And it doesn't really have any color variation except for on the end of the barrel where it's all lit up with that energy projection. But a great accessory for Agent Colson. Probably the best accessory they could have thought of ever giving him. And he does come with an alternate head too, which is great. But before we take a look at the alternate one, let's take a look at the normal head sculpt that is on him right now. And it's a great head sculpt overall. He's got a cheesy grin on his face. It looks a lot like the actor. However, mine has a couple paint defects. Of course, they're not going to be like that on all of them, and you have to really pick them out in store to pick the best paint apps, but mine are in spots I couldn't see, like the back of the head here. You can see a piece of the paint missing, and he's got a little bit of a smudge up here, and a little bit of the white of his eyes leaking into the skin, if I can get close enough. It's probably not going to want to focus that close. Well, there you go. Yeah, you can see it right there bleeding into his nose and cheek a little bit. But overall, it's a great head sculpt, besides my little defects there. Like I said, they did a great job capturing the actor. Skin tone looks great. Hair looks great. So, excellent head sculpt. And my favorite head form, though, is his alternate one. And to change it, you just literally pull it off and stick the new one on. And it pops in there nice and snug. You'll hear it pop in when it's in all the way. And now you have him with a more stern look on his face and his black sunglasses on. Which I really like this head sculpt because it kind of gives that Men in Black look to this action figure. I really like that. Very fitting for Agent Colson. And overall, this new body mold is excellent. You can get a lot of articulation out of it. Although it really doesn't look at it at first glance like you could, but he really has a lot of great articulation, which we'll go over after we take a look at him. But the new suit pieces are nice. The main jacket part on his torso is very pliable, and you can see the white shirt underneath. And his blue and silver striped tie, which is attached real nice, and both the plastics for the tie and the jacket are real pliable. And Hasbro just did a great job of this overall suit sculpt. It's basic, but it works. Where there's detail, it's detailed nice. With the creases on the back and the seam running down. I just wish they'd stop putting these serial numbers on this part of the leg. Put it on the bottom of the foot. How hard is that? His hands turned out nice. They look ultra realistic on this figure. More so than normal Marvel Legends. I really like his hands. And his pants, although basic, they have nice detail where it needs them, with the folds of the fabric and creases running along the cuffs. It's real nice. Of course, all black all over. And his shoes are great. Really like that look of how they did these black loafers. And even along the belt, looks real nicely detailed. Silver to the buckle. So excellent figure. Really nice to have this new body mold. Very happy about it. And for articulation, he's fantastic for having a suit. His head is on a ball joint hinge, as you saw whenever I changed him out. So you can get full rotation. And he'll look pretty far down and really far up. So great movement at the head. At the shoulders, he's got a ball joint and hinge, which go pretty much almost to 90 degrees. And you can get full rotation out of them. Got a cut at the upper bicep, which you can get full rotation out of. Double hinged elbows. And the peg and hinge at the wrist, so you can get full rotation and a good variety of movement out of there, because the plastic is kind of pliable there along the cuff of the jacket. So real nice there. And he has an ab crunch, as you can see. It is hidden nice by the jacket and tie, though. But it'll go really far down and a good ways back. You could probably get it further back if it wasn't for the overall jacket. And he does have a cut at the waist. His hips will split that far apart, will kick that far up, and he has a cut at the upper thigh. Double jointed knees. And his ankle articulation is neat. If you can see what they did here with the back of the shoes, they really just kind of fitted it in with the ball joint. So you get the hinge, and then you get that ankle pivot too. So real nice. And he actually almost doesn't look like he has peg holes, but he does. They just don't look like they go in a good ways. So all in all, like I said, this is the standout action figure in this 3-pack. If anybody's getting it, this is the reason why they're getting it, for this Agent Colson. The Nick Fury can pretty much be passed up, but it is nice to get a Maria Hill. So, alright guys, stay tuned. I believe I will review the Nick Fury next. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.